Hello there, it's Aliza Bloom Robinson, transformational catalyst and founder of the Center for Divine Awakening, a virtual, non-church, next generation spiritual boutique. Try saying that a bunch of times fast. Anyway, I wanted to pop in today because there's a lot of things going on in the world, and I wanted to talk about the idea of balance. I've had actually a couple different people recently say to me, it's like, you're too busy. I'm worried about you. You're too busy. How do you manage it all? How do you keep track of it all? And so the idea of balance is really interesting. So here's a couple of things. This is just going to be really brief, but a couple of things. One thing is that the idea of balance, when it's fluid, is one thing. The idea of balance when it's rigid is something else entirely. So we are not talking about, well, actually we are talking about the idea of balance as being absolutely rigid. Like, let me spend 20% of my time on my business and 20% of my time on my family and 20% of my time on my kids and 20% of my time, like really, really structured. Hey, Aliza, it's great to see you. It's like that won't work. Our world is moving way too fast for that type. Now, it's important to have structure. Absolutely. It's no doubt about that. But when I say balance is impossible, it is being that rigid. It will not happen. Think about a ballet dancer. I don't know why that popped into my mind, but when she's in perfect balance, and I'm not a ballet dancer, right? But when she is in perfect balance, it's not that she's in stillness. It's that she is in minute adjustments. Think about a different analogy, a jet plane going across country. They are not like exactly one direction. They are in constant movement, constant adjustment so that they can stay on course. And so I wanted to really bring that idea of balance in. And I did want to do a little bit of movement because I think it's so powerful to be in our bodies. So if you are watching, and I see Alisa's watching, and I don't know who else, I can't really see, that there's a little bit of a glare, so I can't really see my screen. But if you are balanced, like stand up if you're comfortable doing that, and go rigid. Like feet together, knees locked, arms plastered against your side, and feel into what your body's doing. Feel into the subtle movements that even keep your body rigid. Feel how it feels in your feet. Minute adjustments. Feel how it feels in your knees or your hips. Minute adjustment. Now relax. Spread your legs a little bit. Feet, hip width apart. Open your arms. Like relax your chest. Open your chest. Drop your shoulders. And take a breath. And now stand still. You might notice one of two things. You might be even more aware of this little movement. You might feel your feet connected to the ground. Or you might be aware that there's less resistance to this subtle movement. Now, many of the people that follow me are women, and not to the exclusion of the men by any way, shape, or form, but as women, if we can get into our bodies, and I often say, come down into your hips. So drop into your hips. Bring your awareness to your hips right now. Bend your knees just a little bit, and then just rock your pelvis. Just bring a subtle movement into your hip space. It can be forward, it can be side, it can be even movement from your knees, but get into your body and feel the movement that actually supports stability. Feel the movement that actually supports balance. So when I say balance is impossible, it is that still, like, ooh, I just went to a karate pose, right? That still, like, without movement. But when we know that balance is flowing with what shows up, it brings a whole nother idea, a whole nother realm of possibility, a whole nother experience of moving through life. I'm the author of the best-selling book, Falling into Ease, and I just started another 12-week program called Awaken, 12 Weeks to Transform Your Life. We've only had one session, so if you've been thinking about it and you were like, oh man, I missed it, contact me. We can still sneak you in. And if you're not, that's fine, because what we want to bring is a sense of ease, a sense of landing in our beingness so that we can awaken our true essence, so we can step into our own purpose and our power and our clarity and our passion. And the work then is releasing all those things that no longer serve you. So release today rigidity. Begin today to flow through your day. So I hope if you're watching live or you're watching the recording, you're actually moving. But now one more step. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. Find the point of stillness in your being. From that point of stillness in your being, feel the subtle movements. Feel the rocking. Feel the expanding. Bring a subtle movement into your stillness, and you will find an anchored, centered balance that perhaps you haven't experienced before. I'm Aliza Bloom Robinson. I would love for you to join us over in our community. I'll post the link over there. It's Falling into Ease Center for Divine Awakening, a non-church, next generation spiritual boutique supporting your own awakening. Thanks for being here today. Feel free to share and practice this. I would love to hear from you. How did it work for you? How is it working for you? So much love. Bye-bye.